I'm going to present the mnemonic I have created to help me remember some of the things I've learned in the Coursera course Learning to Learn by Dr. Barbara Oakley and Dr. Terence Sanoski. I have used the mnemonic Remember Serendipity. Dr. Oakley touched upon serendipity in her video lecture Juggling Life and Learning. Remember, Lady Luck favours the one who tries. The letters R and E stand for recall. Don't just passively read material. Afterwards look away and try to recall what you have just read. This form of self-testing helps fix the material in your memory and deepens your understanding of it. Work done by the scientist Jeffrey Kapicki and published in the journal Science has proven this to be one of the most effective methods of learning new material. M and E is for memory and EMB for embed. We have learned of two types of memory. We use our working memory when we are consciously working on a subject, but information quickly slips out of it. We should aim to eventually embed our learning in our long-term memory. This takes time, so any revision for exams should be started as early as possible and repeated over time. Learning is an ongoing process, and the depth and breadth of our understanding deepen over time when we learn using effective methods. Sometimes an idea or belief we already hold gets in the way of understanding new information or coming up with a new solution. This is called Einstellung. Along with overlearning, which occurs when we excessively go over and over material we've already learned within a single session, it creates a block in our minds. The solution is to stop studying and go rest and relax. Take a shower or a walk, listen to music, enter your diffuse mode of thinking. There is a good chance that when you return to your studies, your mind will have become unblocked and you can start to learn effectively again. Spaced repetition is another proven method for learning new material. It involves repeating the learning process over a period of time, for example days or weeks, and gradually increasing the space between sessions. This helps fix it in your long-term memory. Try to incorporate exercise into your day. During exercise, new neurons are formed and new neuronal connections are made within your hippocampus, an area of the brain involved with laying down long-term memories. Exercise also helps you access your diffuse mode of thought, where your subconscious can get to work. Remember to visit the land of nod or sleep. It's vital to effective learning. During sleep, toxins are washed away from your brain, producing more efficient learning the next day. D and P are for deliberate practice. This means trying to grapple with the more difficult concepts in the subject that you are trying to master, rather than just concentrating on what you can do easily. It can move you from being an average student to one that has mastery of his or her subject. I is for interleaving, which I have interleaved with D and P. It is the mixing in of different strategies, concepts and problem-solving techniques within the same study session. Sometimes jumping around between different sections of the material can help you understand the big picture. It can also help develop flexibility and creativity of thought, especially when connections are made in your mind between chunks of learning from different subject areas. Visual imagery can be a useful way of memorising things. This could be a vivid visual image or analogy that you have created yourself, a memory palace, or a mnemonic like this one. We have powerful visual and spatial memories, and tapping into this area of our brain can improve our recall. Intelligence is important, but people with persistence and passion tend to be the most successful. Thank you, Dr. Terence, for that inspiring thought. Teaching someone else the material you think that you have learned often exposes gaps in your knowledge or understanding, and is the best way to ensure that you have mastered your subject. Ask yourselves questions of the material that you have learned. Why, what, how? Problem solve and create your own questions and answers. Finally, I've missed out the letter E in serendipity. This just reminds us that nothing is perfect, including us. So be kind on yourself when you make mistakes, and remember that mistakes are also part of your learning.